basically owned his house for 30 odd years, went to pay his taxes at the City of Richmond, and they refused to take the tax payment because he didn't own it at all and there was a big mortgage on it. Over the years in British Columbia, there have been instances of title fraud, either fraudulent placement of mortgages or fraudulent sales of property and then placement of mortgages. So he was, of course, flabbergasted. He had lived there all the time. He was still living there and couldn't believe that he didn't own the house anymore. So when his lawyer did the transaction, looked into the transaction and did a title search, he found out that, lo and behold, he didn't own the house anymore. Someone else owned it, and there was now a $300,000 or $400,000 mortgage on it that he knew nothing about. Prior to the transaction happening, he owned it free and clear for all those years, and now he didn't own it at all, and there was a big mortgage on it. Well, he had to go to court. The person who committed the fraud, of course, didn't appear in court, and therefore he was able to get the title rectified and get the property back into his name. However, the bank was not too happy about being out of pocket $300,000 or $400,000, so they wanted him to pay off the mortgage.
That don't make no sense!
After some back and forth in the courts, the court decided that the bank was essentially negligent in placing that mortgage. It was fraudulently placed, and he was successfully able to get the mortgage removed. Now, he probably ended up spending $50,000 or $60,000 of his own money to do that. And not only that, he probably didn't sleep most nights. We would have advised the client to title insure their property. Now, had they done so, the same scenario could have happened, except the title insurance would have appointed legal counsel, put the title back where it should, paid out the bank's mortgage if necessary, and the client would not have even paid a deductible. So that whole entire mess could have become a pretty much stress-free experience for the owner. Title insurance is a one-time premium. So to title insure a house, you might be looking at $300 or $400, and that's it. You pay it once, it's good for as long as you own the property. It protects you from fraud, it protects you from identity theft on your title, it protects you from survey encroachments. If you found out later on that your house actually encroached on a right-of-way or on a city part of a city property, that would be protected as well. So title insurance does protect a lot. It costs very little, but again, most times lawyers don't bother to mention it unless they're required to do so by the bank. And in the case of a bank title insurance policy, that protects the bank, it doesn't protect the homeowner. Usually when they understand the merits of it, the cost of it, and the protections that they get, the vast majority of our clients buy title insurance. So those kinds of nightmare scenarios, if they should ever happen to them, they become pretty stress-free.